Welcome to Many Roads, No Rules. My name is Adriana, and stress was a friend I didn't need in my life anymore. So I decided to take the path to peace. Come with me. Let's go smell the roses together. Hi! The video today is just amazing. You have no idea how much fun we have been having these days here in Param with my new friend Sharon. So once in my lifetime I meet someone that enjoys talking as much as I do. I couldn't make it any shorter because our conversations were nice and friendly and beautiful. And I wanted to share that with you because I always share as much as I can with you. So you are in for a ride. This one is a long one. So get ready. It gets very nice. And I decided to do it in 2 parts, and still they are long. But on the second part, the next one, there is something very interesting at the end. Sharon has a beautiful dog, Finley, and I always think animals are the reflection of the owner, and Finley is such a gentle, kind little thing. So I hope you enjoy it. Please don't forget to like it at the end and subscribe to the channel if you're new. And we will go for the adventure. So I hope you enjoy this great conversation. If you ever see Sharon in the desert or anywhere, just approach her because she is delightful. I hope you like this. Thank you. So beautiful. So this is Finley. And what are the other names he has?
Finster, Finmeister, the Little Prince.
Oh,
Just depending. Stinker Boy when he's being a brat.
that's a good one. So depending on the day, Finley gets many different names. Finley requested a nap right on time for the interview. Baby. Say hi. Hi. Oh, so cute. Oh, yeah, Mama. And this is my friend Sharon. And we are here in the desert.
Hi.
in Param. I was going to say courtside. And we are here in the desert, and we ended up parking very close to each other.
Yes.
And Sharon was so kind. Thank you for approaching, because if you hadn't approached, I am such a private person. I probably wouldn't have walked to your van.
Oh.
So thank you.
You're welcome. I love to walk. I walk every day, and it's so interesting to meet other people, especially women and solo women who are traveling. That's just wonderful.
Best.
I know.
And you live with Finley in your van.
Yeah.
How long have you been in the van?
I've been in the van now traveling for a little over 3 years.
Nice.
3.5 really, and full-time for over 1 year.
Nice.
So full-time for 1.5 years. It's my studio apartment on wheels, and I just love
I like
it.
that definition.
Yeah.
A studio apartment on wheels.
Yeah.
That's very nice.
Yeah.
And you have a great companion for your travels.
He is my canine co-pilot extraordinaire. That's his other nickname, canine co-pilot. Yeah, he's a good boy.
He's the thief's deterrent.
Yeah. He is. He does bark at anybody that comes up. He will absolutely bark. And he can sniff out any rodents that are hanging around the van and wanting to jump into the engine block, which he did. He sniffed it out. I had that happen one time, and he knew that rodent was going back and forth. So now I know when he's under there trying to go at something, there might be rodents looking to make a nest.
That is such a good rodent deterrent tool.
So he earns his keep. Yeah. Not that he eats much, because he doesn't. He eats tiny bits. But,
beautiful. Yeah. And may I ask, why did you choose to be a nomad?
That's a good question. I was kind of thinking about that the other night, pondering it. A few different reasons, but what happened is I had a knee replacement. I had my knee replaced, and I had another couple surgeries on my legs. I've had some issues with my legs most of my life. But when I was stuck on that couch and healing and not able to work, I was about, 60 years old, 59, 60. I was thinking, oh my gosh, I haven't seen any of the U.S.
Yep.
And I better do it while I can still walk, while I still feel comfortable, traveling and driving. And I was on that couch. My sister had hooked up some streaming on the television for me, so I was streaming YouTube. I had never really watched YouTube before, and I lived in a small house, and so I was kind of looking at tiny homes, and it was so fascinating, tiny homes. Well, YouTube will automatically forward videos to you that are similar or what your interests are.
Yes.
So then all of a sudden, tiny homes on wheels. Oh my gosh. And they're just cargo vans that someone has built out, or minivans, or their SUV. And I was fascinated. But all of a sudden it dawned on me, oh my gosh, this could be a way that I could travel and explore the U.S., not have to stay in hotels or bed and breakfasts. And then the van tours, some of the people were working on the road. They were doing work camping or camp hosts or digital nomads. We know what that's all about.
Yeah.
And I'm a graphic artist. That was the work I've done. My whole career is graphic artwork. I am an artist.
And you can do it from here.
That's the thing. I just thought, so it was so exciting, And then as soon as I could walk well, within 6 months I had purchased my van. It was gently used, had 16,000 miles on it only, and I got it from a real reputable reseller. All they do is buy commercial trucks and vans and make sure that everything is perfect and they're running perfectly, and then they resell them.
Did you say 16,000?
16,000 miles.
That's new.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It was really great, and it's run really. It had a couple of recall things, 2 little recall things, got them fixed right away.
They take care of that.
And
what brand is it?
This is a Ram ProMaster 2500. It's the 159-inch wheelbase. And I researched a lot of different vans. I never really considered a minivan, but I considered the regular vans and extended cargo vans, and ones that contractors use that have the windows that open up and all kinds of things, and then the high tops. And I really decided I wanted to step in and stand. I wanted to stand when I cook, because I cook a lot. I love to cook, and I wanted it roomy. So I went with, and then I read about all the several high tops available. And this one was rated the best for turning radius. It's front wheel drive and best turning radius. And because I did not have a lot of experience driving trucks or off-roading or boondocking, I thought I better have something that I can really, be nimble in. And
absolutely.
So I started looking for it.
Now that you said nimble, have you been through difficult roads or something?
I have. I've had a couple close calls where I started out and was headed up, and it was a one-way gravel road with switchbacks and steep and wheels starting to spin a little bit. This was last year near Moab. And I thought to myself, oh my God, it's either I've got to get up to the top or I'm going to have a long way of backing up. And, but it did really well. The van did beautifully, and I'm so proud of it. I had put new all-terrain tires on it. They're the Falcon Wild Peaks, and I love them. So good tread, and it's front-wheel drive. You know, there's a lot of weight in the van now since we kind of have it built out, but that front-wheel drive just really pulled me up that hill. So.
Wow. You're so brave.
And I had one other instance where I went partially up the road, and I could see it was getting steeper and steeper. This was in Wickenburg, Arizona. This was 2 years ago, and I didn't have the good tires on then. But I had passed a kind of a pullout, so I stopped back down to the pullout, ate my lunch, and then went and found a different spot to camp in for the night. I love to boondock.
Yes.
And I do use a couple different apps. I try to read up and read the reviews, but they're not all.
What apps do you use?
I use Campendium.
Yep.
The one I use the most, I'm starting to use them equally now, Campendium and freecampsites.net. Those two, I used freecampsites.net at the beginning because I didn't really know a lot of different ones. And Campendium and iOverlander.
Yep.
Because with iOverlander, if I have a feeling I'm going to be driving into an area that may not have great cell service, I can find it, save it, and then it works offline if you've saved that little map.
Okay.
And
so
then,
you can use it offline.
Yeah. So those three mostly. I think there's a couple others I can't remember now. I like recreation.gov, which is really a website. But I love camping in national forests, and I love going to the national parks.
Yep.
And so I like to use that one just to.
I will tell you later about Avenza, which is another app that the National Forest recommends.
Okay.
It's a little difficult to learn, but once you learn it, it gives you so much precision. Because sometimes you may be off by 50 feet. And maybe you're intruding on someone's property.
Yeah.
So when in national forests, Avenza is very good.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll definitely download that one onto the little phone.
It's not easy to use, but it's once you get it, it's so good.
Yes, this was a gift from my sister. When I took off to celebrate me being full-time and driving off into the sunset, this was on her deck and she gifted it to me. But I love the mats because I can leave my shoes outside and not track the sand and the dust into the van.
And on your table you have a beautiful cloth there.
Yes.
Super colorful.
This was my work table that I actually used to build the van, so you can see the paint and the scuffs. And I was like,
it's okay,
sawing and painting, and so I found this, and this is just nice because you can wash it off, you know.
And you were doing a little bit of laundry.
Yes, I use this these are soaking. This is my rinse water. I'll use the Dr. Bronner's and just a little bit of water. These are my reusable paper towels. I buy them on Amazon, and they have a little tooth to them, so they're better than regular paper towels for really scrubbing out the pan. And then I'll just kind of wash them in here, and then soak them, washing them here. They're ready to squeeze out and hang up, but I just haven't done it yet, so I'm waiting. And this is collapsible, so when I'm not using it and I'm traveling, this goes down flat, and I can show you where it sits. But this silicone, maybe, it's amazing how it conducts heat. So I can put water out here, and within half hour, 40 minutes, it's like real warm water, which is kind of nice. But
fantastic.
So, yep. And this is, I'll use this for a lot of different things. If I'm on a spinning project, I'll put things up there, or if I'm having camping friends over, we'll put our appetizers out and have our evening, cocktail hour. So it's
and
great
I can
to have a little
I can
table.
tell you have some experience with the desert, because you even have clips to hold the
Yes,
tablecloth.
yeah. They do pretty well. I've lost a couple of them in the wind, where everything goes flying. You have to run around the desert to find it again. But yeah, they're nice.
And you have that cover over the windows.
Yes, I saw a review online and I decided I wanted to get it because it gives me privacy. Yeah. It also keeps some heat off the front windshield where a lot of heat can come in the window, and privacy. But this is a net, as you can see, and it allows me to lower the windows and have ventilation through the van without flies and other bugs and things getting in. And it's pretty easy to put on. It just hooks over the top here when your door's slightly open, and then it's a magnet here. And then at night, or if it's too hot or cold, you can close these up, with Velcro unhook.
And it is wide, so even when the sun is very hot, it reflects a little bit of the energy.
So I love it. It's really held up. I've had it almost the entire time I've been traveling, which has been, 3 years, over 3 years. And
I love how practical you are. I love it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Those are good details.
Yeah.
Those are the things that make our lives really easier.
I think, like a lot of us who are traveling now, we've watched many, 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 many YouTube videos, because when we started out, we knew nothing.
Exactly.
So, and when I saw the review on this, I thought that would be a good thing to have. And the company, I can't remember the name of it, but I'll see if I can find it. And if you want to list it in your... But they're custom made to whatever vehicle. So it really fits the vehicle well.
Nice. I really like it. And then you have a net.
Yes, this is a regular one that you would use on a screen door at home. It's extra wide. And I did cut the bottom off here. So, because it went quite a bit longer. And then I didn't cut the sides. I just tucked that one in, and this one I have it just folded. And it was very easy. It came with Velcro. And so I put Velcro across the top, and I'm just using magnets on the side. I wasn't sure I wanted to put Velcro holding it all the way down the side.
But again, it keeps the flies away.
Yes. I hesitated to put it up. I've seen other people use it, but I wasn't sure I would really like it. Is it going to be a pain? But I just love it. And because it has the magnets, you can open and, get in and out, like if you're going back and forth doing things.
And I love the colorful curtain you have there.
Thank you. Girlfriends invited me to Cabo. When I go places, I like to find things that are beautiful. So this was a woman was just walking along the beach with her stack of things, and I just saw those colors. I said yes.
And it's not only how beautiful it is, it also reminds you of that good moment you were having.
Exactly.
When you were there.
Yeah.
Because it brings you back a little bit.
Yeah. And when it's really hot, I can put it down even more. And it is really nice because it blocks that direct sun that comes in if this is closed or even if it's open. That direct sun when it's hot can be. But often I just keep it like this because I like to get some sun in, and I just tuck it in my little kitchen cabinet there.
Okay. So look at this one.
He is so patient. If I stop to talk to somebody when we're on a walk, that's usually what he does while he's waiting.
These two women talk too much for me.
Well, it's why we love camping, right? We can sit in our chairs and just look at the mountains and doze in the middle of the day and in nature.
He's being a good nomad.
Yeah.
This
is the front, and I put in a device that can allow me to turn the chair, which I love. Sometimes when I have friends over and we knit together, I have a girlfriend. Sometimes she just has to get away from her husband, so she comes over, and so we sit, and she'll sit there, and I'll sit up here, and we'll just talk and drink our coffee and knit.
Look at those beautiful cushions you have there.
Oh yes, more color.
Well, let's take a quick peek around, and then we talk about a couple of these things. Very nice. I like how you divided. Oh, this is your kitchen, working
Yes.
area. Yeah. And I like how your bed has a little bit of a divider there. It makes it a little bit more intimate, more private, even if it is part of the same space.
Well, the van came together in phases.
Oh,
So the first phase was, of course, just putting the ceiling and the walls, and I did all the insulation and the sound deadening and cut the hole in the roof and everything. But to begin with, a friend who does work at night after his day job, and he is pretty good at building, although it wasn't his, career or anything. He also had another friend who was an electrician. So they hooked up my electrical for me.
Yeah.
I bought all the different components and I ran the wire and they hooked it up. But he built the bed for me because I knew that I wanted a garage in the back. When I got help building the bed, I knew I wanted a garage. And so have it up high, a little higher. And the cabinets weren't here. This was not here. It was just right to here.
Uh-huh.
And I had seen where someone had done that and built a little step into it. So, push this. Here's my step to get into the bed at night, but it doubles as a pantry. Nice. So for my heavy cans, extra produce that doesn't have to be in the fridge, I can put it right there. So that's wonderful.
Really thinks you have food there.
I know. His food isn't there. His food is in here. So that works good. And then I put a latch on it. I put this on it later because it tended to slide out when I put the brakes on. Yeah. And so that was the first phase. I was actually going to have, and I didn't have any of this yet. My first trip, I had my bed. And I had my folding table I would put open. I would cook on that. My sister gave me a folding futon that I would sit on. And then my suitcases, my soft side, were thrown in the duffels were thrown in the corner. And that was my first few trips.
And that's all
my first
you needed.
RTR
Perfect.
trip. Yeah.
The rest is now things that make you happy. Not that you...
Yeah, and I really thought that, I want the built-in cabinets with things on slides. But the person who was going to do that work for me, an elderly man who does it in his shop at night, but he was recommended like the best. He would be great to do it. He had to have an emergency surgery and then a second one. And he said, I just don't know when I'm going to be able to help you with it, Sharon. And this was late fall. I wanted to head out to the desert again for the winter, the Rubber Tramp Rendezvous. Yeah. And so I thought, what am I going to do? And I was at the house and I was out in I have a little shop, with things, my tools and stuff at my home. And this was sitting there. I thought, well, I could put that in and bolt it to the wall. And these boxes were in my house. I had other things in them. This I found on Amazon. So pretty quickly I thought, okay, I'm just going to bolt things in just so I can get out of here for winter. And then I was at that hardware store. I forget what it's called. Harbor Freight. I was at Harbor Freight and they had toolboxes on sale. This is a toolbox.
With the coolest color ever.
That's what attracted me, of course. Color. With me, it's all about the color.
Yeah.
And then, when it lifts up like this, it's a backsplash for the cooking. And I usually, when I'm camped, it stays up all the time. These are magnets from all the places I've gone. And I just love it. And I'll put these are my cutting boards. And this stays up all the time, too. I put a little Velcro there so it won't rattle to hold it. And this is how I cook. And then it just almost immediately I saw that it would just be perfect for cooking. And my spices are in there.
I love that you only have a couple of forks. I love it.
2 of them to be exact. And then my electronics, extra keyboard and certain things.
Perfect.
Because it locks and all, so that's great. And and I love that it had storage down there. So I love to cook. I mostly eat a whole food, plant-based diet mostly.
Yep.
Whole foods means I don't buy many packaged foods at all. They have to be just, whole foods.
Yep.
So I have an Instant Pot, and this is kind of new. I've been having fun with this little air fryer. It's made by the same company that makes Instant Pot. It's a little one. I purchased it because
What is the brand?
It's Instant.
Oh, okay.
It's the Instant Pot company makes it. And I liked it because it's kind of vertical. It isn't real big, but it's really fun to cook with. I like it. And then my electric tea kettle. I've got keep my extra butane. I keep more butane in the back.
So you have a butane burner.
I do. This is my butane burner. I use that for cooking, and my Instant Pot and my air fryer.
Perfect. How do you power those?
I have an inverter, 2,000 watt inverter, and I ran the wires into here, and so I have plug-ins for 110. So that works really good. I have 400 watts of solar on the top, and then 2 AGM batteries. So I think it's about 135, about 270 or 300.
Nice.
Amp hours of battery, which is nice.
Yeah,
looks really
good.
And
those are your water filters?
Yeah, my Berkey filter. This is I just had at the house, and so that was the next phase was putting in. Well, the next phase was putting in my cupboards, my 2 cupboards. My friend helped me with that, but then I realized I needed a shelf for my filter because I was just sticking it under, and it had to be empty when I traveled.
Practical.
I love it. I like to filter the water. So, and with this little rubber bottom on it, and then these little stretchy things with these little clips, it doesn't move. It rides there, even on bumpy roads.
But what is this one?
This is just a tank. It's just a convenient way to have water if I don't have to have it filtered, or to fill that up. I put it down here.
Perfect.
I don't have a built-in water tank, so I have this one. It holds about...
Another practical thing. That is perfect.
Yeah.
Because dealing with gray tanks and...
filling and... So...
And may we intrude into your privacy and ask, what if you have to go?
Oh. You didn't know you were looking at it. This is my bucket toilet here with all of my fun stickers. So
we have to take a close-up of that one.
Oh yeah,
fantastic!
Just for fun,
fun.
But I use that, and I have a pee bottle. I use that, and then this is nice because if I'm sitting and I want to put my feet up, this can be an ottoman, or if I'm sitting over there and I want to put my feet up,
same thing.
Yeah. So,
and you said it right. I was not a stroke, but the sight of a toilet.
Oh,
I mean, if you walk in, you may notice there is a bucket there.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you know, but I don't like to see toilets.
I know. Now, if I'm camped somewhere for a while, often I'll just put it outside under my table and just bring it in when I need to use it. Keep it in during the night, but during the day it just sits out. It even gives me more room. And the happy accident from having to just do put-ins and not have a built out is that I ended up with more floor space width-wise than I thought I would have. And I really like to stretch out. I have a little yoga routine I do, and I can do most of it right here on the floor. I'll pick this up, put it on top of my refrigerator, and my yoga mat sits there, and I can spread it out, and I can't do a lot of my back and forth this way, but I can do most of my stretching. And
if it is raining or super cold, you have a comfortable space to use. Yeah. Perfect. I love it.
And then this is more food here. Different things. Vinegars and pots and pans. I have one box for pots and pans and little storage containers. And this is also coffee. And if I have candy or snacks, they're in there. Coffee filters and my honey and stuff, And then I have more water down here. I have 4 of these
Which is
jugs.
always good.
The Arizona tea. They're the nice, good, thick.
Yep.
Finley's dog food. So a little extra food items. My vinegar, I clean with vinegar in my spray bottle. My pots and pans.
And what do you keep in that little black beauty?
This is great. I found this on Amazon. I thought it was so cute, but
I think it is very nice,
yeah.
actually.
So it has jewelry and a little extra aspirins and things, and then I have my hairbrush and a little bit of makeup.
Things you can reach
Yep.
and get from your bed.
Toothpaste and more personal things, and
even
nail polish, even though I don't do it that much
Of course.
anymore. And then down here I have some winter hats and knitted garments. I love this. My daughter gave this to me when I started traveling, wild and free.
Oh,
And it's a cute little bag, but it has a long strap too, so I can put it over my neck when I go
looks
out dancing.
amazing.
You know, I'm wild and free. I love it. I just cherish it.
And she knows you.
So,
I mean, she
yeah.
got you something very colorful.
Yeah.
And are those things you need?
Yes, yes. I was lucky enough. I planned an international trip, and I went to the Shetland Isles 3 years ago now, almost. And I went to Ireland. Then I went to this big fiber festival on Shetland, and then I went to Scotland because my ancestors are from there.
Beautiful.
So it was like a genealogy tour. But anyway, the last day we were there was a sheep show. All the farmers were there with their prize sheep, and they had fleeces for sale, and I had to get a Shetland fleece, and they shipped it back for me, and then I had to spin up enough to make a little hat. I'm still spinning. There's more to spin, and it turned out so beautiful, but it was one that I had to wash myself.
And you made a beautiful hat.
I know. Isn't it fun?
It is just beautiful.
Yeah, it's soft, too. I love it. Yeah, and more knitted things, but yeah, I have hats, and yeah, there's no shortage of knitted items in this van.
Warm.
This is fun. My grandmother made this. And when I saw my auntie in Kingman a couple weeks ago, she said, you know, your Aunt Min, or your grandmother Min made these. And she was kind of clearing out stuff because her husband passed away. And
she gave you one.
Yeah. That grandma
and it's
made.
So cute. You look like Camilla Parker Bowles.
Oh, no.
Like that with the hair. I mean, she has beautiful hair.
Yeah.
But
isn't that fun? Gosh. So I just saw my auntie less than 2 weeks ago, and she gave that to me. I thought that was special.
That is beautiful.
And then scarves and belts and a few, just things that are good for hiking when you're out in the dust.
And your clothes are in that closet over
Yes, yeah. And I use packing cubes, which works pretty good. Perfect. And then the far one, I have towels, my sewing basket, an extra, pillowcase and tablecloth. And this I keep on my bed. I keep a couple things on my bed during the day. Okay. And then this moves over to here. It's a tray. It moves right to here at night. But this is an extra battery. I'm so glad I have this. That came apart, but it's a lithium battery. And so during the day when I have lots of good solar, I charge it up and get it full. And then in the evening, I don't have to use my house batteries, but if I'm on the computer or working at night, I can just plug right into here.
How many watts is it?
Good. Do you know? I'm not sure.
It's okay.
Yeah, we would have to look because I just don't remember. I don't think I have the book. And so that's kind of nice. Another thing from home that I just brought with me from home. And I've got mail and I've got magazines. The biggest challenge for me traveling is not picking up all kinds of things with that town you go to. You go to the tourist office and they load you up with maps and all kinds of things. And then you've got to recycle them. I just like reading that. And so
I usually take a couple of photos of the things that interest me the most.
That's a good idea.
And then I recycle everything.
And so when my friend helped me with the cabinets...
Wait. Look at this.
Oh, he came in.
Finally.
Are He likes that spot there. I think the floor can be kind of cool, you know, so he likes to be on a little rug. Yeah.
So comfy there. And you were saying?
Yeah, my friend helped me with this. I said, you know, I need cabinets. And he said, well, he wasn't sure because, you know, the sloping walls, but he figured out a way to do it that they don't go up to the top. They're right here.
Yeah.
But I love this little space that happened.
I think it's a great idea.
My hat and Finley's blanket, more magazines that I need to recycle from traveling, extra personal wipes and things. And here's my storage bags and parchment paper for cooking. And I have a box of rocks. Just rocks.
More pets.
And crystals. You know, I found crystals in the desert. This one I purchased in Quartzsite at the powwow.
Yeah.
But all these other ones I found in the desert, which I just think they're so beautiful. I like to look at them. So I put them here by my little Buddha guy. And yeah, so these cabinets are wonderful. I really like them. And I need to finish them out because I don't have anything that holds them open, so now I have to hold them open with my head when I get things, but it works.
That is why you're not growing anymore.
I know, I'm probably getting shorter with all the, but dog stuff, this is all the, and little extra ribbon that fell over there, like scissors and tape and sketchbook and pencils because I like to sketch occasionally. Then I have my cookbooks and important papers and maps and things, some electronics, and then personal lotions and cleaning supplies.
Sure. But I love your baskets. They're so cute.
From the house. I just had them in the house. So
and they match the board. So perfect.
I know. Well, the board was just plain pine, and then I got some Danish oil that has different colors in it. So I did this and inside my box in here.
Well, let me tell you, even if you don't have the already made cupboards and things, I like this one so much better.
Yeah.
It's not just a generic thing. Right. It is colorful. Yeah. It is efficient because you have everything you need at hand. So I really like it. Even your cat.
And it's just nice to, like, this was something I had out in my shed. I found it at a flea market. Well, now at least I can check my face. I don't have a full-length mirror for anything else, but at least I can check the face and the hair, right? And then I was at a reclaimed wood place back in my old hometown, and they had these boards, pine boards, but they're Norfolk Island pine from Hawaii. They had them shipped over, and I used to live in Hawaii.
I know.
And I thought, oh my gosh, I have to use that. I bought that wood, not really sure what I was going to use it for. And my friend helped me, and we built a little bookshelf. So if we open up the back, you can see it from the other side. And I have a little, it's just perfect because I have a little humidifier up here that blows cold air when it's super hot. This was a piece of wood that I just had. I saved because I didn't know what I would do with it. And then I got this in Mexico, so that's wonderful.
So beautiful.
And so I can, you know, if I'm going to sit in bed and read, I have my books and things there.
It's a real artist home.
Oh,
it is. It is that.
Thank you.
You can tell.
And this I found at a gallery in Truth or Consequences. I love art, and I just like to purchase pretty art, you know, and little things. I don't have a lot of room in here. These are my dish towels.
I love that stone you have there. Let me take a close-up of that. Listen to the quiet. How wonderful is that?
Now this one I just found here in Pahrump last year, hiking around. Someone left 3 or 4 of them in a little, you know, and I took one of them and left the others. But be kind. I just thought that was wonderful.
Well, whomever did it, if they are watching this video, just know your stone is in a very good home. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah. And just out of curiosity, can you open those windows if you want to stay in and watch, look outside?
Yes. That curtain just sweeps to the side, and we'll go look around the back. I do have window covers, new ones actually. I had made some out of Reflectix, but they were falling apart, and so My friend had some for her Ram ProMaster, and I got them from the same company. But they can fold down, and they're easy. They're just magnets,
Perfect.
easy to take
Perfect.
off.
Of course.
And
But
yeah.
today the day is beautiful as it is.
And I have
yeah.
camped near the ocean where the wind wasn't blowing. I just had the back open. I just laid in the bed and just gazed out at the water for like hours. It was really fun.
You were another Finley.
But it's just, it just happened little by little by little. When I put this in, this is my storage bench. Finley sleeps here at night, but this is where my projects go, and my spinning wheel folds and goes in here. But I measured it and made sure to leave enough room so I could, my walking sticks, my broom, my yoga mat, it all fits right there, which is good. Perfect. Behind the seat, because I need those things. And then this I take when I'm gonna go hike, and I can put my big camera in it. Yeah. I like to do photography. Nice. And then my camera and my other camera equipment lives in this one. So this is for my photography. And you have a fire extinguisher, so everything that is practical. Yes, and I have the carbon monoxide detector. Perfect. And I have a smoke detector too. Perfect. And this is your fridge. This is my fridge. And this is an old horse blanket. I used to ride horses, and I love horses, so I use it to insulate the top. It looks beautiful. But it's my Dometic. Perfect. And do you remember how many liters it's off.
it is?
Let's turn it on.
Yep.
I ran my air fryer really late last night, so it didn't have enough power to power that all night. But yeah, it's just a fridge, not a freezer. Yep. But works pretty good. And do you remember how many liters? The capacity? It looks like a 30 or 35, I think, something like that. Yep, something like that. Very nice. And I really have to plan my shopping. I can't really stock up a lot of refrigerated things. Of course. Okay, Finley, here.